So, ladies and gentlemen, this is my first podcast episode, and I have a very special guest, Molly. Is that what you go by? Do you have a stage name, or because people on Instagram be different?
Molly.
Molly.
Just Molly.
Molly the jeweler.
Yes.
So yeah, she's explain exactly what you do. I don't want to.
So I am a private jeweler, a private luxury jeweler, and I'm not like your typical jeweler where you work with just anyone. I work with clients on a one-on-one basis. So I focus on like building like personal relationships with them, like getting to know you, your style, your personality, and then going from there, like whether we need to design something or we need to like style you, just whatever fits your taste. So gotcha. I do it all. Like I sell engagement rings, help you pick out diamonds, and I love to teach people about jewelry so that way they know like what they're getting and they're able to make a good decision, because I feel like a lot of people go into it blindsided, and there's a lot of jewelers who like take advantage of the ignorance.
Yeah, I heard about that stuff. Yeah.
And it's very expensive, so it's easy to just be like, this is this, and then people pay it and don't even know what they're getting. Yeah. So my thing is like building that trust and like educating my clients, turning them to like really friends, and yeah, just going from there, just being that go-to jeweler.
So how long have you been into this business? Like where did it come from?
All my life. My dad's a jeweler.
Okay.
Yeah, my dad is a jeweler. He was sponsored here from Cambodia during like the Cambodian genocide thing that they had, like late 70s. And my mom was what?
I'm unfamiliar. Like,
yeah.
I don't know what that is.
They had like a genocide where their ruler was killing his own people. Wow. So it was kind of like some like Hitler thing. So he was able to escape that. My mom was too. They both got sponsored here by churches. And then they had an arranged marriage here. And when my dad was in Cambodia, he learned that trade of like repairing jewelry, doing custom jewelry and stuff. So he came to America, and that was his journey. Like
That's dope.
Yeah, the journey of like trying to have his own store. And like I was there, I was a baby, but him and my mom opened their own jewelry store, and that's where it really came from. So instead of like going to daycare and stuff, me and my sister would go to work with my mom and dad. Like
that's dope.
So that's how we kind of learned the business. And I tried to venture off. Like when I got like 18, I was like, I'm getting a real job. Like I'm not working. I don't know if I want to do this. So for some reason, I got brought back to it, and I realized it was my passion. So I was like, let me take everything that I know. Like I knew it like it was second nature. So I was like, let me take everything I know and just like apply my own kind of like.
Put your own spin on
it. Yeah.
So back to what you just said. So you had this business that was already set up, like family business, but you chose to go get a job. Whatever. Yeah. What's some of the things that you did outside of that?
Just like random little, like my first job was Toys R Us. Okay. So Toys R Us, and then I worked at Babies R Us because I was really good there. So they was like, we're going to take you to Babies R Us. And then I worked like at a shoe store. And then I got into like nightlife, like bottle service and waitressing. I think we might have met during that time.
Yeah, because you were like
I was at A&T. Yeah, that's when I was like fake popping here.
I was like, this girl's never gonna shoot with me.
Yeah, like, I know. We came a long way. That's when like Facebook had just came out, MySpace, Twitter, and that's when I just had no filter, and I would just say whatever, and like
good old days when you get
the good old days before
everybody got all sensitive. Everybody's sensitive now, right?
I think social media, like I feel like back then it was like you really had to be like cool to like, you know what I'm saying? Like people to like rock with you.
Right.
Now it's just you just gotta look good. Yeah. And take good pictures, but then it don't. You meet them and they be like,
yeah. I've experienced that.
Yeah, so it's tragic.
Yeah, being a photographer, I've met some people.
Oh, I already know.
I had a whole different thought of what they might be
from Instagram. See, you was victim to that whole like. What is it? Smoke and mirrors?
Yeah. I learned that fast. Being a photographer.
It was so many times like it would be like girls like they're popping on Instagram or whatever, and then you meet them in person and they just seem like intimidated because, you know, my energy is like 3D, what's up? Like, you know, and they were like, and I'm like, oh, okay. I see.
So, from having jobs, what would you say, what do you enjoy the most? Like having a job or trying to run a business yourself, being an entrepreneur?
Definitely being an entrepreneur. I mean, it's so hard. I mean, you can attest to that too. It is so hard, but in the end, it's worth it because it's what you built. You know, like you earn every single thing that you go through, and it's there really is no limit to the value that you can place on your business. Like you can charge whatever you want, you know, versus a job. It's like, I'm doing all this and I'm getting paid $15 an hour. Right. Like it just doesn't really make sense. Right. So I feel like being an entrepreneur, you can really like tap into like that self-love in a way. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. And just do what you truly love to do without any like standard or rules or the ways to go about it. Like with my business, I apply it to like how I am personally, like, and how I am is I have to be able to be myself at all times. Like, gotcha. You know, like when I had a job, I had to like maintain this certain professionalism. And for me, it kind of sometimes just felt like I was being fake or inauthentic and just saying what they wanted me to say. But like with my business, I can talk to them like how I talk to you, or talk to one of my friends. I can say whatever. And it's like, if it resonates with you, cool. Like we can do business and it'll be a lifetime client. But if not, it's okay. You know, like, so I think definitely. There's a lot of good in being an entrepreneur. So, so you mentioned like being an entrepreneur is hard. That reminded me of like 2 years ago, 2020. Mm-hmm. Let's go back to March 2020. What was that like for you when everything shut down? And as a business owner, like what did you think? Like, believe it or not, okay, the quarantine, COVID was almost like the best thing that happened for my business. I made so much money during that time. I did too. But I feel like people had money during that time, like with all the
they were giving it away,
stimulus and PPPs and stuff, and people were spending that check. So I feel like I was really able to like elevate to the next level during that time, and also like do it more like at a slower pace too, like you know, and not feel so much pressure. Yeah, because everything was, there were no late fees on nothing. Like you know, it was. Yeah. Man, can we go back to those times?
Yeah, that's crazy. Like
quarantine times, it was life changing.
In the moment of living in it, I never thought that I would look back on it and almost kind of wanted to come back. Yeah, like it's crazy.
Yeah, like, at that time in my life, actually, I needed something to like make the world stop, and it was like that was the only thing that could have done it. Right. Like, I mean, who would have guessed that, you know? But it was, I mean, for just self-healing stuff like that, like I needed that. It's crazy that it was 2 years ago.
Yeah, that time is really flying by. Like,
listen, like I saw that they're lifting the vaccine thing on international travel.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think something like that. Yeah, but it's crazy because at the same time, I've been hearing that laws quietly have been getting passed to increase, like you better get the vaccine. So
what?
That's why it's crazy because they'll talk about this thing in the news, but it's something going on that you don't hear about. It's just,
well, you know, it's something bigger behind that. So whatever. Yeah. That's why I try not to get into all that. Yeah, it's too much anxiety.
Didn't they do away with the mask mandate on the planes?
Yes, I haven't gotten on a plane yet because who's traveling right now?
When's the last time you traveled? I haven't looked.
The last time I traveled, I went to LA in February, like the end of February. Gotcha. That's when prices were just starting to like rise. But now, like, oh my God, a trip to LA is like $900.
Really?
Yes.
See, I'm ignorant. I haven't.
Yeah, a trip to Miami used to be during quarantine.
I know that was cheap.
It was like you could find a flight for like $99. Yeah. Now it's like $300, $400,
Really?
$500. Yeah.
I see. I should have traveled during the pandemic. Like
Man, I was all up.
I did.
out
I
here.
shot a wedding. I shot a wedding in
Yeah.
Mexico.
Really?
We were there. I was there for a few days.
Oh.
Like all my travel was paid work.
Yeah.
So it was like half.
Oh, you made it make sense.
Yeah.
That's good.
It was like half fun, half
Yeah.
work.
That's how it should be, I think.
Yeah, we went to Vegas. Went to
For work.
yeah.
Shot
Shot a music
that's all
video
you need.
out there.
That's what's up.
Atlanta a couple of times. I
Yeah.
don't really count that though.
Yep. Afghanistan.
Yeah, I mean, I can drive there in what 4 hours.
I know,
I don't really
yeah.
call that a trip, but
Right.
yeah, went there and then Mexico was the big one.
That's dope. That's dope.
And,
I feel like if you travel, it has to make sense. Like you got to be able, especially being a business owner,
Yeah.
you have like if there's a way to tie in business, then it makes sense.
Right.
But the extra stuff, I feel like we have so much work to do before we can like go out and
right.
So
So we were talking a little before we started recording, like the pandemic compared to like now.
mm-hmm.
What's your big struggles right now with business?
Inflation.
That's the scary word, people.
Inflation is killing me, and I hear, but I don't know if it's the news trying to scare us, but I hear that we're about to like go into a huge recession. But I don't know. What do you think about that?
Well, here's the thing. If you can't tell, we're already in a recession.
I can.
They're
tell.
just now.
My bank account can tell.
They're just now officially putting the information out to the people that just can't look around and tell.
Yeah.
But me and my crew and just whole pockets of the internet content you can watch.
Yeah.
They've been talking about this since 2020.
Yeah.
Like when we started giving out all the stimulus money.
Yeah.
There were people saying this is gonna be a negative impact because the more money you put out there, it devalues.
Do you feel like it's really like widening the gap between like the rich and the poor? Like really,
Yes.
there's no middle class.
That's what.
Like, yeah.
I think what happens at the end of this, what we're going into, I think it's going to be the end of middle class. This is going to be the super wealthy and the super poor.
Should have took that PPP.
Yeah, I thought about that too, but
Yeah.
I was like, I don't need it. I didn't need the money, so I didn't want to just apply just because it was there.
Yeah.
Because I know people that did that, and now they're talking about the
trouble.
payback, and it's
Yeah.
like, yeah.
I know. That
See
was
people
a
going to
setup,
jail
too.
over it.
I know.
What's up? Yep, you good.
Can I use one of those modifiers?
So y'all, this podcast might be a little all over the place because I'm in the middle of there's like rental stuff going on in my studio, so you might also hear some stuff in the background, but it's all good. This is the first podcast. Like I said, we don't even have a name for the show yet.
I know. We're just freestyling right now.
Yeah, we freestyling, man.
I like it, though. I love it. I feel like that's when the best things happen, when you keep it, like, organic,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, it's good conversation. Good
Oh,
conversation.
yeah. Oh, it always is.
Where
We know each
where
other
we
for a
at?
long time.
Yeah, we have.
Like, what, 10 years?
Nah, not quite.
Not yet?
No, I think the first time
I'll be 30 this year.
That's crazy.
I'll be 30 this year.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's been a long time.
I think when I first, I think our first shoot was like 2013, 2014.
Okay. Yeah.
That was the alleyway. Was that?
when I had the black.
Yep,
So that was 2014.
2014.
That was
Yeah,
before I got pregnant.
Yep.
Yeah, it was 2014.
2014.
Yeah. So about, shoot,
So what's that?
8 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
close to 10. Yeah, close to 10. That's crazy. That was a long,
Isn't
long
it?
time ago.
I know.
The good old days, man.
Started from the bottom.
Yep.
For real.
Yep.
So it's good to be sitting here. Like, who would have thought, you know?
Yep. Stay
Yeah.
connected this whole time.
I know.
But yeah, back to business. What were we saying? Oh, you good? You good, man? I told you guys the podcast is off the rails. We got
Yeah. Okay. Ooh.
appreciate it.
Looks horrible.
They do.
These are really cute.
This is. We got
It's for later.
gifts. Thank you.
Okay. So we should toast to your podcast.
I don't toast.
What do you do?
I just drink.
What?
Well, here's the thing. I went to you remember I told you about my client, right?
The real estate.
The real estate guy, yeah.
Mhm.
So we went to Richmond to meet like another real estate guy out there a few months ago. And we went to dinner. So we stayed overnight.
Yeah.
So that night the host took us out to dinner
Mm-hmm.
and the guy offered a toast And so my client says like, nah, I don't toast. And so the dude was like, what do you mean? And so he was like, it's some pagan stuff behind it. So I was like, oh, I never knew that. And I actually looked it up.
So what's the reason?
I'll look it up. I don't remember.
Please.
I don't remember off the top of my head.
I'm a very sentimental person. So like this is special. Like this deserves a toast because it's your first podcast of many and it's gonna go viral.
Did we drink this whole thing?
We gonna be late.
Okay.
This is about 3 shots.
Okay. Oh wow. Mm-hmm. All right. So I'm looking up the origins of toasting.
Okay.
And I'll read you exactly what Google has to say about it. All right. Where did toasting come from? Toasting is thought to come from sacrificial libations in which a sacred liquid, blood or wine, was offered to the gods in exchange for a wish or a prayer for health. It was Greek and Roman tradition to leave an offering to the gods, including alcoholic beverages during celebrations and commonly after a death.
I don't know. Can we toast?
I
don't really understand. So if we toast to
okay. The reason you know about toasting is because back in the day,
right,
when they were worshiping other gods,
okay,
they would do a toast,
yeah,
to ask a prayer from said god.
Okay.
So that's where toasting comes from.
I feel like it's like more about your intention. You know what I'm saying? Like
says who though? Okay. You were talking about religion earlier.
Okay.
You said the Bible.
Okay. Go
Thou
ahead.
shalt not serve any other gods.
Okay.
That's one of the 10 Commandments.
Yeah, but I don't see it as serving a god.
How? Where did it come from?
That. Okay.
But
okay.
Because if for the Bible to say that thou shalt not serve other gods,
yeah,
that means
that's
that somehow
yeah.
you have to be able to serve another god.
I feel like I don't know. I never really even thought about that. I've never heard of what you're saying, so I don't have any answers.
Yeah.
But
I didn't either.
I just know.
I was like, because when he said that, I was like, what?
Yeah.
And I looked it up and I saw what I just read, so it's
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So it would be like if we toasted to the radio show, we'd be praising the radio show, like idolizing it.
I don't know. Maybe.
Me either.
I don't know. See, when I find things out like this, I just kind of, my brain just says, don't do it. Because I don't know why. I don't know.
Yeah.
If I stay away from it,
then
I don't have to worry about
Okay. All right.
the interpretation.
I respect it.
But it's the same. Yeah. I can't even get this thing open.
Yeah, there's like a little.
Yeah, I don't drink very often. There's a part I'm supposed to pull. I think I see it.
It's like
there you go.
I guess I'll just drink since we're not toasting.
Well, we could drink at the same time. But you can just drink.
Okay.
First show, guys. Don't.
Okay, this shot is.
This is
I mean, we actually was like kind of like, okay, how do we start? So he's like, okay, let's take shots so we can get loose. But actually, we are already like.
Yeah, the shots came a little later. We got started, but so, we.
See you on the other side.
See you on the other side. That sounds crazy. I don't know. Sorry. I've been wanting to do a podcast since maybe 2015, 2016. And I put it off. Like a lot of the things that I get irritated that I hear from people now is like I'll meet people that want to do a pod or start YouTube and it's always excuses. Like I don't have a camera or I don't have this, I don't have that. I was a victim of that early. But then I realized like
ain't nothing to it but to do it.
Right.
Yeah, I love it. I don't know. For me, I'm going through a weird time right now because I feel like there is something holding me back and it just might be fear, plainly. You know, like the enemy is trying to like put that down because it's going to be a good thing.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm just trying to be patient for that. I know there's like on one side you have to take a leap of faith and like, you know, even for when you are scared, just do it. And that's when it'll like work out. But I feel like, remember when I used to do those networking events?
Yep.
There was like a fire in me that was like, I'm doing it and there's nothing else to it. And I was like, I'm kind of like waiting for that to come back, but
Just gotta force it.
you have to force it. You have to. There's so many like odds that are against you. You just have to like talk back to it and be, and you know, like it's definitely a mental thing.
Because you're not gonna feel
Serious.
motivated every day, so you have to
Exactly.
learn how to
Discipline.
create your own motivation.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because I'm that way. Like, you know, I try to do the YouTube thing, and there's days where I don't feel like making a video.
Yeah.
And I go force it. And a lot of the times, those are the videos that people say, like, I really like that video.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm thinking to myself, like, I was this close to not even making it.
Right. And it's almost like there's a pressure to just having to keep on going, and it kind of brings anxiety too. You know?
Absolutely.
Like it's like kid stars or kid YouTube stars. Like I would never want to put my kid on there just because I know, like I've seen kids be affected by like just the pressure of having to like perform.
Right.
You know, so maybe when it's like at a time like us, we know how to like, you know, so it's a lot.
Speaking of YouTube, you said you like to educate your clients on like the jury process. Have you ever thought about teaching like on YouTube?
Yes.
So
Yes.
why are you not doing that?
I don't have an excuse. I need to start. I need to start really utilizing it. Because I feel like on YouTube, you can just put out the content without like expecting any type of reaction. And like Instagram, for instance, it's kind of like that. Like, what a euphoria that people get from
Dopamine.
posting. Yeah. But like on YouTube, it's just like, okay, I'm just putting this out there. And like my friend, she's going through like an amazing weight loss journey. And she, like what she's going through is like a crazy transformation. And she doesn't want to post it right now. But I told her, you should just record yourself now, create the content. And when you're years down the line or months down the line, when you're already there, just then post it. And then it's out there. You don't have to keep on going. You know what I mean? And then you can just hopefully make money from that. Just the same thing, just replaying.
Right.
So
I definitely, with a skill that you have, I would definitely say start a YouTube.
Yeah.
Because just from some of the people I work with, they have YouTube, you know, a YouTube fan base. And, you know, you can get paid multiple ways on YouTube. So you have your traditional, you get paid by views.
Yeah, right.
Unless you're getting crazy numbers, the average person doesn't make a ton of money on views. But on the flip side, when they build that audience, they can sell like courses, digital
There's so many
projects.
things that can come from it. One thing that is kind of like not stopping me but slowing me down is not knowing how, like having an editor, I guess, or knowing how to edit them to myself, because you go on there and there's like these videos that are so like perfect. They look like they're made really well, and like for me, I'm just kind of like I guess old school kind of, where I just want to be like, you know, and make it like that, like.
But you don't have, I mean, the great production, that's cool, that looks good, but do you need it? No.
Yeah.
You don't need it at all.
Yeah. I mean, I'd rather just start, you know, so that way you can be like, this is where I started.
Right.
So can you do that? Just like.
And that's the thing. I tell people, do you want your first episode to already look like a multi-million-dollar production?
No.
Because where do you go from there?
Right.
Like this first podcast is one camera angle. I see people. It's off frame, but I have another camera right over here. I don't have anyone to operate it. So we're one angle in this today.
Yeah.
So I could have said, and I thought about it.
Yeah.
I thought about that was when I asked you what you were doing tomorrow. That was my way of
like
about to weasel out, like let's not do it today.
Yeah.
But I said nah, like let's just go ahead and film this thing and we'll figure out.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
So if you're watching over time, you'll say, wow, his episode 10 looks way better than episode 1.
Yeah, as long, it's sending the message that it needs to. Yeah. So
yeah,
that's good. That's what's up. Let's take another shot.
Let's take another shot.
Yeah.
This isn't meant for drinking out of.
Says who?
It doesn't funnel a lot out. I guess that makes sense though.
Yeah.
You don't want to just.
It's pretty smooth.
You're drinking way more than I am.
I'm a drinker.
Really?
No, not really.
You still into that club life?
I'm a guzzler. No.
So, yeah. How's that now? Are you Do you still go out?
Yes, but I'm very selective about it because I feel like the level that I'm trying to reach and the level that I'm on, sometimes those places and environments don't deserve my presence.
You don't feel like safety issues when you go out nowadays?
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Of course. You know what's really crazy? I told you I've been going through like a rough patch in my life, but really it is a transformation period where I'm realizing that in order to like really elevate to that like next dimension, I'm having to shed parts of myself that I thought were me, and just moving to a whole new city. And you know that saying, new levels equals new devils? Like, that's no joke. Like,
I never heard that one.
When really?
That's the first time.
New levels equals new devils?
Never heard that one.
Yeah, like every time you try to climb, it's like different adversities, different type of obstacles. Like,
You're 30. I'm 39. So like my generation.
oh, okay. So,
my generation, we had more money, more problems. Same thing.
That's it.
But
Yeah.
it's the same thing. Yeah.
For real though. Yeah, like same idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, like when you like go elevate to a next level, you can't like try to go back to what you were used to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like in doing that, like I would, you know, my mind was like, okay, I need to get out. I need to rub shoulders. I need to like see what's going on. But I would put myself in these environments that I used to be in, and it just would never work out. Like I would almost have an issue every time I would step out.
Gotcha.
Like until to the point where I was like, okay, something's not clicking. Like I don't need to be here. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I definitely
realized that.
I got done with the whole clubbing
You've
thing.
never been a clubber.
I used to go to the club kind of often.
When?
By the time you met me, that was dying.
Where? Lotus and Club?
Yeah, I used to go to Lotus all the
I
time.
used to go to Lotus all the time
Yeah.
too.
My clubbing time was when I came up here for college, which that was.
Where are you from?
I'm from Laurinburg. A little
Okay.
town. You ever
I
heard of
probably
Laurinburg?
knew that. Virginia?
No.
Oh.
North Carolina.
Oh, no. What area
Laurinburg?
code is that?
It's like
310, 210,
910.
910?
You know where Fayetteville is?
Yeah.
It's like 35 minutes away from Fayetteville.
Okay.
Like
okay.
you ever been to Myrtle Beach?
Yeah.
You had to pass through it then. It's like the last
One of the little back roads.
Yeah. It's literally like the last North Carolinian town.
Do you ever go back and visit?
Yeah, I do. Not often. I need to go down more to see my parents.
Yeah.
But they come here more
Okay.
often than me go there.
Oh, if they're
like-
coming here, then
Yeah. But I still have other family members there though. Like
Yeah.
my grandma's still there and tons of
Aw.
cousins and aunts and uncles.
That's
But
what's up.
actually the wholesale deal I was telling you about.
is there?
No, that was in Albemarle.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
That's near you.
That's right.
But my aunt she
Yeah,
lives
she
she
lives
still
there.
lives in Laurinburg.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah. But yeah, that's where I'm from. I came here in 2001 for college.
Do you think you'll like settle here? Like, you know?
Well, I've been here since 2001.
I know, but
I'm kind of settled. At this point, I've been living here longer than Laurinburg, where I grew up. I was there from
you love it here?
from 0 to 18.
Yeah.
I've been here from like 18 to
Yeah. Dang.
39.
I didn't know you was that old.
I'm 9 years older than you. I'm not that old.
Well, we met 8 years
You were
ago?
a
So I met
kid,
you when
right?
you were 31. Yeah, like, and I was, 21? When
I always thought you were a little older though.
21.
You
Because
had
I
like
carry
a
myself
yeah.
that
You had a
way.
different.
I've always been like that. Like, all my friends have always been older.
Yeah. I was shocked when I first found out you were like in your 20s. I was like,
I got an old soul.
yeah, yeah. I guess that's a good thing though. That's a good
Yeah,
thing.
for sure, especially these days.
But yeah, but clubbing though, you ever heard of I used to go to the N Club.
Yeah, I used to go there too.
N Club.
I
You
was
ever heard
underage.
have you ever heard of this may have been gone before you were old enough, but it was called I think The Click. I could be wrong.
Where was it?
I don't remember.
What?
Cause see,
The
I was-
Click?
I think that was it. I heard that it was a death trap. I heard people got stabbed or shot there all the time. But here's the thing.
Well,
Me and my group of friends were from a small backwoods town.
Yeah.
We didn't know. We
Yeah.
came up here and we just, you know where a club
did
is?
you go to A&T?
Nah,
Where'd you go?
that's racist. I hate when people ask
You went
me
to
if I-
UNCG?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well, they might.
I went to UNCG.
Okay.
All my friends went to A&T.
I went to A&T.
I was the guy that decided to try a different school.
Yeah, it's good.
So.
UNCG is good.
So yeah,
Yeah.
all the A&T guys were on our campus, so I think I picked.
Yeah.
No, actually, I didn't pick the right school. I went through some racist BS there.
Really?
Yes, I had a roommate that, and to make a long story short, he came in like second semester. So the whole this is my sophomore year. First semester, I had my own place.
Mm-hmm.
He comes in. I'm lying. This was junior year. So the first semester, I have my own place. He comes in, transfer student.
Mm-hmm.
Second semester. He comes in like, it's a white guy.
Mm-hmm.
He acts like he's God's gift to the world. He would come in with his friends at like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. on a Wednesday night and blast music.
While you asleep.
Yep, blast music, or they just come in and be talking loud. I'm like, when they walk in, I'm in bed, lights out. They turn lights on. Just I'd go home on the weekends or go visit the girl I was dating.
What would you say?
Like, I would ignore it. So this is the story. I ignored it for a while, right?
Yeah.
I'm just like, all right, trying to be cool. I ignored it. He would do stuff like, so I had my mom and my parents got me a fridge, and they would buy me groceries and all that stuff every time I went home. I would leave a lot because I was dating a girl that went to Chapel Hill. I'd come back, open soda cans.
You're kidding me. Out of your fridge?
All on the desk. And I told him, I said, because my mom said, offer to give him some space, like in the fridge, if you want to buy. So I told him that, man, if you want to buy some stuff, you can use the fridge. He never bought anything. He wouldn't do it when I was there, but if I go to class or leave for a couple of days, I come back, potato chip wrappers and laying everywhere. So he's just having a ball, offering drinks to his friends. That's
unbelievable.
So it's just a bunch of build up. One day I'm asleep. He comes in. He turns the light on. I'm irritated. I get out. I get out of the bed. I walk over to the light and I turn it off. This fool turns it back on.
Oh boy!
I turn it off. So at this point, we're literally face to face.
Yeah.
We're both just hitting the light switch. Like, so he gets in my face, and like I'm literally trembling.
Yeah.
Like I'm so mad. I've never been that mad. I'm trembling.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't remember the back and forth we had, but he ends up leaving the room, and 2 or 3 days later, I'm sitting at my desk. I see a letter slide up under the door. It's from the RA. Like I got a meeting with the RA and like some other people of power at the school. And they tell me I have to write an apology letter. I lay down everything that happened. They tell me I have to write an apology letter. So what I did, me being me, I wrote an apology letter. It was just a bunch of random like, I'm sorry that. So this, mind you, this is like 2003, 2000. So I was like, I'm sorry that R. Kelly just got charged for peeing on a girl. I think Michael Jackson was going through something. I was like, I'm sorry. So I just started saying stuff like that.
Yeah.
They called me back to the office and just like opened the letter and was like, I was like, well, you said write a apology letter, so
right.
I wrote an apology letter.
That is so funny.
And
then what?
That was it.
That was it.
Yeah, they moved. They chastised me, but
did he move out? Did
they
you beat his ass?
Yeah, they end up moving him out, and
oh my god.
And that was that. But like the whole thing was, from my knowledge, he had no type of disciplinary, like nothing was said to him.
Insane. What did he go up there and be like, oh, I turned the light on and my roommate was
I don't know what he told him, but
that is insane.
They came to me like I was the bad guy. And I promise you, I did not like everything I just told you. That was my existence.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But he looks like them.
Yeah, it's sad.
Take his side.
Sad but true.
Yeah.
Damn, I wonder where he is.
Yeah, I think about him sometimes because I never forget his last name was Zimmerman. And when that thing, I was like.
So what did you learn? Did you get anything or learn anything from that, or like what did you get out of that?
That was my first inkling that.
You're like, damn,
things ain't, yeah. Because I never ever really went through any type of racial, I heard about things,
right?
But I never
Yeah.
That was my first experience of like,
yeah.
like things.
Unfairness.
It's a little different.
That's
Okay.
insane.
Especially knowing that I like, and I'm not just saying it because it was me. I know that I was innocent. Like I let him walk over
For
me
a
for like
long time.
2 or 3 months before that
Right.
night happened.
Yeah.
But none of that meant anything. It was just I was the aggressor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying.
Well, I hope he got his karma.
But yeah, that was. I don't even know how we got to that. But
Me
yeah,
either.
that was we were talking about colleges.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
Well, that was a good story, but
You know the funny thing, when we were in our senior year of high school and we went to go look at college, it was like college day, whatever they call that. You go visit colleges. I went over with all my friends to A&T because all of them were going there, and the lady tried to give me some paperwork, and I was like, "Oh no, I got accepted to UNCG. I'm going there." And she said, "You'll be." She said before you graduate, you'll be wanting to come here. You'll be wanting to transfer here. And I looked at her like,
Did you? You did?
After that experience, yeah, I wanted to.
Yeah.
I was like, F this school.
Right. Exactly.
But I ended up dropping out anyway.
Yeah.
I dropped out, guys.
Me too. I dropped out too.
Yeah.
I dropped out too. And I feel like, I mean, with my son, I'm like, if you decide to go to college, you know, it's just like.
I would never tell my daughter to go. Like,
Yeah.
in 2022, knowing what I know now, unless she
Unless
wants
you
to be
a doctor
she
or
has
a lawyer.
to go to school.
Yeah.
Outside
but
of
other than
that, no. It's a racket.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
it's a pyramid scheme at this point.
It is.
Like-
It is. And I think what we're doing now is going to set them up for really whatever they want to do later.
Right.
Like, we got enough time. Our kids are about the same age. Your
Yeah.
daughter's a little bit older.
She just turned
than
7.
Yeah. My son turned 7 in August.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Wait, I'm lying. Yeah, she's. Yeah. It's
Time
7.
flies.
It's 7. Yeah, I was about to say no. She's not 8.
I remember we were doing my maternity shoot.
Yeah,
I
those are
just
some
came across
awesome
that
pictures, by the
memory.
way.
That shit was
Really?
crazy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a dope shoot though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might drop that
really
in
dope
there.
shoots.
Yeah,
we
we
need
have.
to do more. I'm
Yeah.
surprised we haven't had like more throughout the years.
Well, you decided to move away from Greensboro.
I know, but there's plenty of places to shoot there.
There is.
Yeah.
I was there. I was there Sunday.
Really?
Yep. I had to do some headshots down there.
Yeah, we gotta do that again. Remember we did that in like 15 minutes.
But, yeah.
It turned
And we
out
got
really
some. Yeah, we
good.
got some good shots.
Yeah, it was
Like-
good. Yeah, we always do though.
You-
Every
you
time
got
we get together,
one of
we're
those
like,
got
we good
published, right?
energy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That was dope.
In a few places.
Yeah. That's dope.
Actually, you did another shoot for me. Remember, I was doing my networking event and we were shooting, and I was holding the martini glass and the
Yeah. Yep,
videos that
yep,
got
yep,
published
yep,
too.
Yep. You sent
On
me
the
that.
interview I
link.
did. Yeah. So.
Do you still deal with that cigar place?
Actually, this past Sunday, I just shot with a new mobile cigar brand that's gonna be based out of Charlotte. It's black owned,
Nice.
and it was really fun. We were pretending that we were playing poker. I was the only female with like a table full of guys, and in the end, I won all the money.
That's dope.
It was cool.
That was it photos or video?
It was photos. Dope. It's going on their website. It's gonna be dope. Yeah.
So what do you got planned in the future, like career wise? Are you gonna stay in the jewelry sector, or are you gonna think about branching out to some other things?
I think I'm always going to do jewelry, and actually I'm working on something huge. I haven't really shared this with anyone, but as you know, Swerve, my son's dad, got murdered. And I'm actually gonna work on like a movement like that's really highlighting like people that are affected by gun violence, like the families that are affected like after.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I want it to be different because like I know there's like a lot of like there's so much gun violence that's going around, like going on first off, like everything that's going on, everything that's happening. But I feel like there's a lot of movements that's just like, you know, ban guns, stop the violence, you know, like, but what I want to do is like really shed light on the families and the children and all the people that are affected by losing someone from that. You know what I mean?
right.
I am going to work on, you know how like breast cancer, they have like that pink ribbon?
Right.
I'm working on like a universal symbol for like
dope.
those type of, like anybody who's lost anyone to that,
That's dope.
a symbol like that and create it into a jewelry piece.
That's nice.
And hopefully it can really spark some type of like a different light and maybe touch people in a different way to where they're like, I don't want my family, you know, it's not worth it for my family to be going through that, because people don't realize like once they're gone, but like people literally have, their lives are changed and they have to like deal with it for the rest of their life.
I don't think that's brought up enough. Like we kind of, in the moment of something happening for the first few weeks, you know, you got a lot of support. But like as time goes,
it's still, I mean, people forget about, there's so many things on the news and social media that we've become like really insensitive to it, you know? And I feel like if you like touch like the heart of people and like really put them in the shoes that you're going through and feeling, then maybe they will think twice, you know? Because it's like, why would I, over this little petty thing, why would I want to put my own children through this? Or, you know, so I plan to, I don't know what's going to come from that, but I feel like that's one of the things that I'm put here for. I feel like everything happens for a reason.
That's an amazing idea.
I feel like I have the voice to really, like, I can articulate really well and be transparent and honest about like the things that I've gone through and how I feel and how I'm healing from it and stuff. And I feel like I could help a lot of people. So
absolutely.
I don't know if a nonprofit's going to come from that, but you know, it's so common now, especially like with that little elementary school, you know, it's just like so much going on. It's like, okay.
So coming from a person that has experienced like gun violence, do you say ban guns?
I don't think that's like the forefront of what the message I'm trying to give out, because I do believe in protecting yourself. Like, I believe that we live in a really crazy world now, and I don't think no one, like, I think it's impossible to be like, okay, nobody should have a gun, because that's just not going to happen.
Well, the only people that, for the way that they're trying to do it, the only people that would have guns would be criminals. People that don't care about getting a gun legally.
Yeah.
Which is, most criminals don't get guns legally.
And if you know,
anyway.
you know. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be real.
So
like,
it would affect people like me and you more than it would the guy that wants to go shoot somebody.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, so so that's not like what I'm screaming and like the whole idea of like what my campaign would be, because I feel like at the end of the day, you really can't tell people like how to protect themselves. And like, for me, like, I'm going to protect my son by any means, you know, even if I have to, if there was a circumstance where I wasn't able to get a gun and I had access to one just to protect, like, I'm going to do, you know, there's so many situations like that. And so that's why I want to like really just more so like put people, like cause people to be empathetic, like, you know, and just like, instead of insensitive, like, okay, what if it was you? Because at this point, you don't know who it's going to be, you know? So, absolutely. Yeah, that's how I feel about it.
Good stuff. Good stuff. So, we're going to get ready to wrap up. Like, if somebody wants to reach out to you, what's the best way?
The best way is probably through my Instagram, Luxury Designs by Molly. I just deleted my personal Instagram, so I'm just strictly business on social media.
Really?
Yeah. And other than that, word of mouth. I mean, that's how
I'm going to
the old-fashioned. I'm working on a website.
Okay.
I'm working on the website, but I'm literally going through to the old-fashioned way of marketing, is just, you know, solidifying like quality clients, and then they have a good network, so it's just word of mouth.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Can I ask you, why did you delete your personal?
It's too much extra noise. Like, it's too much pressure. It's too much influence. I just want to like live my life simply, without distraction, without influence, and just like see what's like truly for me. Like, as the older I get, I'm like, Man, I wouldn't be surprised if I ended up living in like a world country, you know, where you don't have to like worry about what you wear, what you're,
That's so.
you know, like
Hearing this from you is nuts.
isn't
Because
it?
I always thought of you as like
I know.
the Kim Kardashian.
I
like,
know. It's crazy. I'm telling you, my life has done a complete 360.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, like before it was just kind of like keeping up with you
Yeah.
know, like, and I feel like everyone's trying to do that, but I feel like we're so unique and individual as one. And it's like social media is like puts everything under like a magnifying glass.
Right. Everybody's
and
comparing
everyone's
themselves.
just trying to like be the same, and it's like we're all so beautiful like in our own, you know, like own
Yeah.
who you are
That part.
without any influence, anything like subconsciously affecting you, and just like put God in the center, and then he gonna, you know, it's gonna you're gonna sell yourself.
That's so crazy because like
Yeah,
some
it's
like
beautiful. It's the best feeling ever.
so some of the friends, like some of my friends, will talk and it's like how you said like everybody has their own beauty individually. Like today, there's like 3 girls that exist. Like as far as the looks, like they all look like a certain clone
It's
of.
crazy.
It's like a model that exists.
Yeah.
And they say
Yeah.
they go to the doctors or whoever they go to and they say make me look like this.
I know.
Don't matter whether you're black, Asian, white.
Yeah.
They have the same
Yeah.
look.
Why? I feel like
I don't
it's
know.
cool
Like,
now, you know what I'm saying? But when it all is said and done, I feel like people like us who's just like stay true, stay raw, stay real, it's gonna make a comeback.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Everything comes around.
Like, oh, you
Right.
natural.
Right,
You know,
right.
like you appreciate it more and
Right.
it lasts longer.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
I mean, that's why you just gotta like focus on self.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
yeah.
Well, Molly, I appreciate you coming on the podcast as my very first guest. Thank you
I'm
guys
so
for
honored.
watching. I know this was a mess. I'm filming in the midst of people renting out the studio and
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's gonna
but
be good.
everything
It's
was good.
perfect.
Everything was good.
It was exactly the way it was supposed to be.
yeah, definitely.
It's good.
So yeah, subscribe to the channel. You can catch this on all the major platforms, Apple Podcasts, Google, whatever. I don't even know yet. I gotta look all this stuff up. But definitely,
This is so good.
it's gonna be on YouTube. That's the main spot for the video content. But thank you again, and
you.
you'll definitely see her back on the show. This
Yes.
was a great talk,
Yes.
and we'll catch you guys later. Peace. All right, that was cool.